Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we are going to be playing some Silver Age. The world premiere of London is this weekend, and I figured, what a better way to celebrate world premiere of Compendium of Wraith than by playing some Silver Age. The calling this weekend in London is actually going to be Silver Age, so figured it would be fun to, show off the format a little bit. I know we played some Fi in Silver Age on Tuesday, and then tonight we're going to play some Briar because honestly, I believe that Briar is one of the better decks in the format. So we're going to be playing some Briar tonight and just kind of talking about the meta and things like that. So it is going to be a Silver Age kind of night. I hope you're excited.
Lizard.
God knows I am. Martin, Ian, Geese, Rose, Donnie, Bringe. What is up, guys? What is going on? How is everybody? Of course, you go live while I'm in the middle of a game of Magic on the day I have off. Yo, are you playing on Moto or are you playing in paper? My timing is something else. I will say that, Bringe. I will say that. The big TV, that's an honor. Wait, yo, what's happening? What's happening? Wife's not home. You know what? Aggro on the big TV. Yo, Donnie, I am honored, dog. I am honored to be on the big TV. That is that's awesome, dude. I will say, like Carly and I, when we watch a movie or something, that goes up on the TV. But every now and again, I talk her into letting me putting the calling on the TV in the room. So I understand, dude, that's a privilege to be put on your TV, dog. I'm here for that, brother. That's some real love right there. Off work, things are better. Let's go, Martin. Hey, what up, Lucas? Yo, we're playing Gravy. Yo, who's playing Gravy? I refuse to play Gravy in CC, especially now that, like, you know, he's had so many cards banned, and I, for dang sure, refuse to play that fool in Silver Age. Refuse. Refuse. I love having callings on the big TV. Having callings on the big TV is really cool. I love watching the coverage. Oh, dude. Hotel lobby testing on a Thursday night before an event? That is primo testing right there. That's a real vibe, dude. That's a real vibe. What is tomorrow? Is tomorrow just where they hand out Silver Age Precon decks and you play? Is that what's gonna go? Is that what's going on? No, Bringe, no worries, dude. Enjoy your night, man. I appreciate you coming by at all. Hey, let's go, Trent. My man Trent with the 24 months. It's 2 full years, baby. 2 full years. Trent with the 24 months over on Twitch. I appreciate it, brother. Means a lot. I appreciate it. Debbie. Wait, what? Debbie Trier Moss Photos de Cuando Te Tuve? Bro, did I just like... What did I just say? What did I just say? God, please tell me what I just said. Maybe I should understand the language I'm speaking before I just start saying things. What's my least favorite pin card, or at least the one that makes you the most upset? My least favorite pin card? I think my least favorite pin card is the 0 for 4 pirate action. The 0 for 4 pirate action that says you can blow up an item or discard a card to give this go again. I think that should have been Mechanologist Pirate. Like, I think that should have been a Puffin, like, card itself. I think it should have been a 0 for 4, and it says, if you, like, you can galvanize to destroy an item and give this go again. I think that card should have been an actual, like, Puffin spec, and it feels criminal to me that it was just a pirate action, because it means boost Puffin can't play it. So I really wanted them to, like, hook Puffin up with some stuff. I know they have to be careful with the support that they give Mechanologist, because Puffin feels like she is, like, not even a full card, like a half a card away from being absolutely insane. And the Mechanologist pool, like card pool in general, is already, like, pretty beefed up over the last couple of years. So I understand why they didn't, but that that would probably be my one change I would make. Yeah, pirate Puffin can, whatever. You just summoned a demon, I think. Trent, tell him, dog. Okay, so Michael, I will tell you, I know who Bad Bunny is. I have actually never listened to any of Bad Bunny's music. I randomly, like, the thing that, like, I know Bad Bunny from the most, and you're gonna laugh, is Happy Gilmore 2. Like, seeing him in that was pretty funny. I'm actually very excited for the Super Bowl halftime show, because I have been told that Bad Bunny's music is very, very good. And so I'm really excited to see it this weekend. And to, like, hear his music for the first time. I'm really excited to see his show. Oh, the no dominate boots are good. Pirate Puffin forever? Yo, easy. Martin said tomorrow they're announcing Blaze. Let me have this. The new chest and D-Rex give us a bit of sustain. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about, like, Gravy Bone stuff? Oh, I think Ian answered my question from just a minute ago. That's tomorrow plus double ticks events. Okay, so tomorrow is the pre-con decks for the world premiere. But like they have a side events as well. Yeah, the Super Bowl Sunday, Rose. Super Bowl Sunday. My boy Kuba crashed out about how bad the new boots mess up Azalea. The new boots seem to, like, really, like, push Azalea down. I'm still coping for Elias' signature weapon. All right, so Curtis, we actually have a Guardian Majestic that we have not seen yet. Like, it's possible. I would love to see Elias signature weapon so we can jam it at Nationals or PT possibly. Bad Bunny's music is a banger, and I'm ashamed I didn't get the reference. Don't tell Ashley or she'll kill me. Look, where's my phone? Tell Ashley. Oh, man, that's awesome. Well, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming by tonight. We're going to be playing some Briar, so let's hop in. Let's talk about the deck a little bit, and then we'll play some games and kind of talk tonight about the deck. There are a couple of things that I do have some concerns about after playing the deck quite a bit. I originally started testing Briar with the list from that one Battle Hardened Columbus, like the Sage Battle Hardened in Columbus a few weeks ago. I took that list, and we have made a couple of small changes. The couple of small changes that I have made, I think, are improvements, but, you know, obviously the list beforehand won a Battle Hardened, so take that for what it's worth. No more Phoenix form. Wait, what? You talking about the new? Are we talking about Fart of War? If you guys haven't seen Fart of War, we'll pull it up here in a minute. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. So taking a look at the list, we are on multiple pieces of Blade Beckoner, where I'm playing Garland of Spring over the other one, like Blossom of Spring, because I have cold foils of this from the pre-release. So I'm playing Garland of Spring. Bracers of Belief has actually been pretty good. You destroy Bracers of Belief, you reveal the top card of your deck, and if you do, the next attack action card you play this turn gets plus X, where X is 3 minus the pitch value of the card revealed this way. So you actually have a couple of cool plays where you can like pair this with like Flourish, or you can try to go over the top to like help yourself like push more damage this way. So Bracers of Belief feels like it helps us push on-hit effects. And we do have some on-hit effects. We are playing cards like Burn Up and Shock, where we are looking for that on-hit effect, and we need to get aggressive and try to push it over the top. So there will be times when we do need to do things like that. We love cold foils. I do love cold foils. That is not what we are calling it, right? I mean, I did see somebody call it Fart of War because it's like 5 Phoenix Flame, like Fart of War. Somebody did call it that. I'm not saying that's what's going to stick, but somebody did call it that. Somebody did call it that. Haha, Fart of War. I don't know. Anyway, taking a look at the rest of the deck, I have a 36 card main deck here that we're working with right now. Some of the cards that I think are interesting that are worth talking about is that every single card in our deck is a 0 for 3 or 0 for 4. If you are going to an event and you bring Icelander, there is a world where you could do nothing but play against Briars all day, and you could have a pretty decent day playing Icelander. But I mean, even then, like I don't have like a terrible matchup against Icelander. I mean, it's unfavored for sure, but like it's not unbearable or anything. Like we can still win the games. So just everything is like as much raw damage as we can possibly talk about. Sprout Strength has been like just basically like a really good upgrade from Compendium of Wraith. Sprout Strength is just a 0 for 3 non-attack action that allows us to buff attacks. It does say your next attack this turn, meaning that we can use it on Starfall or Reaping Blade if we need to. We can pair this with a Snatch. I really like the value of just having another 0 for 3 buff. That's half of an embodiment of Lightning in the Briar deck. So Sprout Strength looks to be a fantastic card from Compendium of Wraith that Briar will look to use in Silver Age. I mean, that was about 16 minutes. That sounds good. We'll grab that. LSS take this man's funding back. Fart of War. Come on now. I felt like Fart of War was pretty funny. When I saw that, I was like, you know what? We're cooking a little bit here. Like, I don't know. I thought it was funny. The other card that's interesting in the deck to me is Flourish. Flourish is an excellent tool that we can pair with another non-attack action pump or Bracers of Belief to be able to get some extra oomph out of a card. It's half of an embodiment of lightning as a non-attack action. The other card I'm considering in the place of Flourish is Captain's Call, because Captain's Call does have more consistency with being able to give go again or be a buff effect and also still being half of an embodiment of lightning. But I think that Flourish as another 0 for 3 is going to be pretty good because it just gets that extra value out there to make sure that we just have as many 0 for 3s or 0 for 4s in our Briar deck as possible. So we're looking for power over consistency right now with this card, and I'm hoping it performs well. You're on Flourish and Call? I wonder what you're not playing that I'm playing. Like, I don't know what I would cut for Captain's Call. So I cut Captain's Call and added in Sprout Strength, basically, because I felt like this list is like just looking to get as much raw damage as we can. And so like that's really what I'm after. As we continue looking at the sideboard, Arcane Polarity is really good in multiple matchups. I really, really like Arcane Polarity. It just like slots into the deck as a good like 0 for 4, like life gain tool against like arcane decks or other Runeblade heroes that we're playing against, so it works out pretty well. Malefic Incantation is a solid way to split up damage against decks that we are trying to go over the top against, aka Oldhim. Like we're looking to go over the top to really make that to like really just like try to find like some extra damage there that we can leak. Razor Reflex, I was very skeptical of this card at first in the sideboard, but it has felt very good. Again, another way to go over the top. The first one pairs really well with the Garland of Spring if we need it to, but Razor Reflex has been very good. Second Strike is just a lightning go again, like attack, another 0 for 4 offensive option. And Sigil of Suffering is our defense reaction that can help us randomly close games and also just block to make sure that we are playing an efficient game whenever we need to. And then we are also on Helm of Might and Magic. I like this card because it blocks for 1 if we need it to, or it has Spell Void 1. So it's saving us 1 life no matter what. I like having the flexibility in that slot. I do think that the Blade Beckoner Helm is a little bit more flexible with being able to block an attack and a weapon and just getting more value. But I do like having that like sideboard option to be able to like make sure that we can still like block some arcane if we need to. I will say the Bloodied Oval tech is really interesting. The Bloodied Oval tech is very interesting. This is supposed to be for like the mirror. The idea is that you're not playing a weapon in the mirror and you are just slamming this because Starfall basically does nothing with all of the Blade Beckoner equipment there anyway. So playing Bloodied Oval is just like absolutely cracked. So Jesse says he'd like to see how Captain's Call fills over Discharge. So I think my skepticism with that is that we have to use Discharge and Lightning Press as a way to give Flittering Charge go again. And I feel like the potential value of just losing that, like we're losing potential consistency, plus we're giving up a 0 for 3 embodiment of lightning. I mean, it is 1/2 of an embodiment of lightning. Maybe that's worth testing. I'm going to leave it this way tonight, but we'll see how it feels to see if we can test that. We might try that and see how it feels. Not on electrostatics because it makes me sad. I mean, I feel like the electrostatic discharge does come at a cost. It is an instant, so I don't know. We'll try it and see how it feels tonight. If discharge seems to be like a little awkward or maybe not fitting in super well, maybe we'll try to get some Captain's Calls in there and see if it feels better. Am I going to go all in on tech for Ice? No, probably not, Annabelle. I mean, the Icelander matchup's not great, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're going to play some games and get a feel for how it is going tonight. And then from there, we will continue rolling on. We'll continue to like change games and play things as we need to. Who is playing Hala? Interesting. So yeah, we'll play some games and see what happens. I actually don't have my testing spreadsheet out. Let me go ahead and get that opened up here. This is a go second matchup, I'm pretty sure. I don't even think I have a Silver Age Briar sheet. So let's see. We're going to be on all the usual suspects. This is a Razor, a Second Strike, and 2 Sigils kind of matchup. I do like having the Razor just as a way to try to go over the top with certain things. I think it feels pretty cool. Where is something we have not played a lot of games on? Here we go. We are going to duplicate this. We're going to move it all the way up here to the front. We're going to rename it, and we are going to go Sage, Briar, and then we're going to get rid of all this nonsense we don't need, and we're going to fill in our game here. Today is the 5th. We are playing against Ira, and we are going second. They're coming in with a Kadachi. We'll take 1. It seems fine. I will come back and fix the formatting on this later. The formatting can be fixed for another time. Does not need to be fixed right now. I just played this guy. Oh, you won playing Gravy? That's actually crazy work. They do have AB1 actually, so I don't necessarily. I think we're just gonna block 6 here. Is gonna be the plan. We'll block 6, and then we'll just give up the Sigil of Suffering on whatever they throw at us last. Yo, actual combo lines is crazy. Actual combo lines is crazy. And if they throw Snatch at us, we're going to cry. Not every card is revealed from Compendium of Wraith. We're technically going to get some more cards here tomorrow, I think. I mean, this seems fine. We're going to go Sizzle, Flourish to make an embodiment. I know that we're like wasting the embodiment. Actually, you know what? We have a better play line where we can go Flourish. We can throw the Fry, and then we can play Lightning Press and Arsenal to Sizzle so that we have 1/2 of an embodiment set up. So this is going to go up to 9. So we're going to come over quite a bit here. About the Sage format. Oh, a Wax On? Okay. Sage format, now that there's pin cards in it, have LSS fulfilled the idea for the format now makes sense. So I mean, Julio, it still feels like there are some like pieces missing. Or maybe not pieces missing. I don't know. Like, I guess I'm not really disappointed with the set, I will say. Hang on 1 second. I got to think about this one. So I think we're going to end up blocking 4, and we're going to go Burn Up and Shock, Sizzle, Crack the Garland, Bracers of Belief, and we're going to crash the boards for 9. We're going to come in for 2, 9, and then we're going to throw Snatch at the end, I think is going to be the plan. They don't want to block with this, right? Yeah, I think we'll just block with this. If we get got by a Snatch, it's going to feel bad, but I mean, is there any world where we just want to cover this up for value and we just want to throw 7 and then Arsenal the Snatch? Could be a play line here. I kind of hate to not push this, but I don't know. I'm not disappointed with Compendium of Wraith. I do think that LSS missed the mark when they said that there was no punches pulled with the when they said there was no punches pulled with the armory decks, or I'm sorry, with the precon decks. That just kind of just felt like a lie, or not really that accurate. So I don't know. That one feels like they missed the mark, Julio, but I'm not disappointed with the set, I would say. Hope that makes sense. Why did we block with the Arcane Seeds and not Burn Up? Seeds is guaranteed value because we were going to do everything we could to try and push Burn Up and Shock. And if Burn Up and Shock was going to put our opponent into a situation where they were willing to block if they were willing to like block with their hand because they were going to have to give me at least 3 cards, I think 4, then I was okay with that. I was okay with not pushing the Burn Up and Shock, but taking full tempo there. Doing Lavia. Yeah, so I mean, Island, I'm not saying that like it's like that was the best line, but I do think that we wanted to like use Burn Up to make sure that we were taking all the cards out of their hand. If you disagree, I'm definitely open to like talking about it for sure. Okay. Block 4. Take 4. Sure. All right, so they're down to 15. This game has already been a lot more defensive than most of the games I've played so far in this format, which is hilarious. Hey, what's up, Delph? Hope you're doing well, buddy. We are going to take 1 for sure. We're going to try and block with the electrostatic discharge if we can help it. So we're going to go like this. I think this is perfectly fine. We are going to go... So right here, this is a very good turn of when I feel like we are getting good value. Out of discharge. So we get to go Ravenous Rabble, see what's on top of the deck. We have a Fry, which is perfectly fine. Flittering Charge for 4. Play the Discharge, which is perfectly fine. They are looking to block quite a bit. They're looking to block on the first chain link. They're just trying to life of the party us with this, right? So we're going to play this to give go again. And then we're going to crash in for 7. We could have come in for 9 here. We could have cracked and played Bracers, but I don't know.
Go. You love to see it.
Nick Ninja Giraffe Shia. What an interesting name. Thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you are new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself. I'd love to get to know more about you. Hey, Kasu, what's up, dude? If you had to bet what will be in the top 8 of London, what would it be? I am expecting there to be, like right now, I'm guessing there's going to be at least 1 copy of Briar, Enigma, and Oldham. I think there'll probably be 2 copies of Oldham, depending on like how popular certain things look. I think that's one of the better decks right now. So I would expect there to be a couple of Oldhams. What does his hand look like? This hand's insane. And then they'll probably be like, there's a Lexi deck that's kind of going around right now. I wouldn't be too surprised if there was one of the Lightning Lexi decks that Alex Chitu was playing at the Spellbound Games Super Armory earlier this week. That would not surprise me. I can see that. Yo, what's up, John? Burn Up is your best card by far. I really like playing Burn Up, and I definitely understand like where the skepticism comes from, because there have been times when I probably should not have like forced Burn Up, but I have because I wasn't fully thinking about it. But that was a turn that was very calculated with Burn Up there. 4 Briar, 2 Oldham, 1 Ira, 1 Enigma, 1 Olympia, 1 Lexi. I mean, honestly, that feels pretty on point. So Rabble Babble. This hand's just super powerful. I don't like how many attacks we have in our hand right here. I think we're going to try and set up the Lightning Surge here. I'm curious to see how they block this. How they block this will tell me a lot about what they're looking to do. Okay, so they go to 4. We are going to crack these because I think this is a turn that's worth it. We are going to go Fry for 5. This forces a card, and then they take 2 down to 2, which is perfect. It's what we wanted. And then Starfall forces another card, and now from here, we're able to Arsenal Lightning Surge, set up for next turn, and we know that we have a Weave Lightning on top, which is fine, but we want to make sure we have an attack, because I think one of the scariest things we can do, yeah, they're just going to concede. I think one of the scariest things we can do against this deck is have a brick hand. So we want to make sure we have a good hand set up. So if we look at our next 4 cards, we would have had Weave Lightning, Scar for Scar, Lightning Press, Static Shock. So my turn would have been play Weave Lightning, Lightning Surge for 7, play Static Shock into Lightning Press. Yeah, I think that would have been okay. I think that would have been okay. Yeah. Sneak a Terra in there. So, I mean, I definitely think that, like, the meta, unfortunately, right now, like Taylor talked about on our podcast, is defined by 3 categories. Board state decks, like aggro soup, or block slot. Like, that is kind of the meta defining categories. And so I think saying that there will be some number of those in top 8 makes a lot of sense. Also, oh, we won. Down goes Ira. I could also see an Ira being in there. Commenting from my hotel in London. Yo, Electrum, what up, dude? The podcast is good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. We had a lot of fun with this one. We had a lot of fun. I mean, we have a lot of fun every episode, I feel like, but we were just kind of like letting it fly and just like big chilling, hanging out, maxing out, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys, they were up to no good, started making trouble in my neighborhood. Let's see. So we did get a win. Let's see. What was an important note about that game? Op drew an all red hand on turn 2, which made their offensive turn okay. Should have waited to block around Snatch. Had to give up Burn Up to save card draw. Let's see.
Some biddies, you say?
Good use of Arsenal with Lightning Surge late. Okay, perfect. So we did get a win. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Yo, let's go, Trent, with the 67 bits. My man, dude, Trent. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for the bits, Trent. Means a lot, dog. All right, let's keep the good times rolling. It is also kind of odd because I feel like I've had a very high win rate with this. Admittedly, this is the first time I've tracked my games I've played with the deck because I've just been trying to get a feel for it. But Kasu, Chain is officially banned tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. Sorry, Rose. I just, it happens. I can't help it. Ooh, first time I played the mirror. First time I have played the mirror. We're going to take the advice that I got and we're going to try it. This is a Suffering and a double second strike matchup. Or are we supposed to be, should we be on 1 polarity, 1 second strike? It depends on what we think they're doing, right? Like, how often are they dealing arcane damage to us? Should we just... No, we're going first. We should be prepared to play defense, I think. So let's do this. Let's do this and see how it works out. Let's see if they're on the same tech. They are not on the same tech. They are on Scepter. Interesting. They're on Scepter. Pyronic, it's funny you bring up Agroblaze 6-7 because there is somebody on Talishar going around like just saying at like 6-7. We're just going to deal them a damage, and then I'm going to Arsenal Sigil of Suffering, and we're going to pass. Okay? I mean, we have a pretty good hand for next turn. We have a pretty good hand for next turn. No, we are specifically on no weapon. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but that is, like, actually the game plan. We are on Bloodied Oval to have a plan to be able to, like, block, because there is so much Blade Beckoner equipment in the mirror that it does not matter. Blade Beckoner, or I'm sorry, there's so much Blade Beckoner that Starfall does not matter. Yo, what's up, Holden? Wait, what? What's happening? I play Scepter in the mirror? I'm actually kind of interested to play Scepter in the mirror. I had not considered that, Tom. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to, like, cut a sideboard card, I feel like, and, like, we could maybe just cut Helm or something. Like, if we cut the headpiece and we just said, like, no respect AB, we could play Scepter. I mean, I kind of like the idea of playing Scepter. So this is 7, 1, 2, 3. And then there's nothing in hand, nothing floating. So Sigil is going to connect. I really like just getting the Bloodied Oval value out of the way now, if we can. And we get to cover this up. So no Burn Up and Shock. They do have an embodiment, which scares me a little bit. This is going to connect. They are just like us. They do not have Arcane Barrier in the mirror. We are going to lead on second strike. We have dealt damage, so this is going to be 4 go again. It may turn me onto the idea, and he swears by it. I'll have to test that. I mean, I think Scepter seems like a really cool idea for the mirror. I'm kind of in on that. I'm kind of in on Scepter for the mirror, to be honest. That seems pretty sweet. So if we Bracers of Belief here, knowing that there is a Nimbalism on top of our deck, they have to give us 2 cards. Or they have to have a 4 block they didn't want to use right there. I think this is worth trying to push it. Because this could be like ultimate tempo right here, right? If they block with a 3 block Bloodied Oval, actually Bloodied Oval's turned off. So they have to block with both cards to stop this. And there's actually a world where like they have a couple of 2 block attacks in their hand, and they can't cover this up. So I think this is correct. Spellbound Helm to counter Sigil. I mean, I wonder if we're supposed to be on that in the mirror. Like, I wonder if that's like just like ultimate mirror tech or something. It could be really good mirror tech. I haven't thought about that, but so I mean, we'll just go to. Actually, is it better to block like this? It is. I'm sorry. This is one of those times when like I need to stop and think for a minute before I click through things. All right. They said sorry. Like it's not their fault. I'm the one who wanted to go back. Yeah. So I was thinking that we needed the embodiment for Static Shock, but we don't. We just don't need it. So they're going to throw the Entwined Lightning at us right here. We're going to block with Arcane Seed's Life because we're getting 4 value out of this card as opposed to 3. And also, if we do it this way, we're giving them the ability, like a chance to be able to like get extra points out of that as opposed to arsenaling it. But now, from here, we get to go Nimbalism, Ravenous Rabble. We have another Nimbalism on top. This requires them to, at minimum, block 1 here. And then from here, we're just going to throw the Static Shock. By Stacked Florian? I mean, I've seen people playing Stacked Florian. They went to 1, and I played a Pound of Flesh. Brute has yet another Reckless, like Threshold. Is that the discard a card if it's not like 1 defense or what, or if it doesn't have 6 power or whatever? Really? All the way down to 1? Well, I was going to Arsenal this so that we had something for next turn. Like, we made sure that we had an attack for next turn, but now, like, I'd rather just take a card out of your hand, and we're just going to pray you can't do 15 back to us. Sizzle. I mean, this is just Sizzle, Nimbleism, Snatch for 10, or I'm sorry, Snatch for 7 into Lightning Surge. I love that this is 9 go again. We are 110% going to go down to 6 here. We're going to try and kill him next turn. They're playing Scepter because they're also playing. They just conceded because, I mean, they did have the press right there, actually. Yeah, I'm down to rematch. We just have to back out and do it this way. This is a matchup that I think I will play quite a bit of. One sec, taking notes. So I'm taking notes about the game there and how that panned out. So let's see. We played Briar. We went first. We did get the win. We hit with Burn Up on turn 2. Used Bracers to force up. Use Bracers. Let's try the Spell Void Head and see if it feels better. We're going to try running it back like we did. Yeah, it's still bugged. Use Bracers to force up into blocking with last 2 cards or taking damage, and they took damage. Embodiment allowed us to... Oh, they just left? Okay, that's fine. We'll just leave. To block their attacks efficiently. Okay. All right. So we don't get to rematch, sadly, but Draz, I am not going to London. I will not be in London, sadly. I wish I was. Both players banish a card. Each player who didn't banish a 6 takes 1. Wow. Yeah, Scepter is a one-handed weapon. I'm down for Alexi or Icelander practice. Not sure. I mean, Donnie, they may not have used it, but they're probably on Sigil. And so I think having the 1 block or also having the Null Rune headpiece could be very good. I'm definitely down to try something like that. Get on a plane now? Dog, I don't think there's any flights. It's 7:45 right now. I don't think there's any flights that would... I guess we just want to go second? I truly don't know. I don't think there's any flights right now I could get on that would even get me there in time. Two Malefics, a Razor, and a Second Strike? I'm in for that. I am in for that. Enigma, we are going second, and we'll see what happens. Kind of crazy how powerful this deck is. Why did you decide to not go to London? I mean, honestly, Atmos, it was just like it's an event I have to take time off of work for. Like, you know, like between I'm trying to save up, you know, like my time off so that like right now at work, so that Carly and I we can go to, you know, Pro Tour Yokohama. We're trying to go to, you know, we're trying to go to an all-inclusive resort this year. I'm trying to go to Pro Tour Vegas. So I'm trying to save my time off right now. And like Montreal, San Diego, Memphis, those are all like I can catch Friday evening flights and not have to take any PTO. Yo, Bell, you could have got there. Don't give me this nonsense. Don't give me this nonsense. I normally would like to sandbag one of these, but I don't think we can. Use my creator brand to order a jet to London. If only it worked that way. If only it worked that way. I would really like... okay, Sag. I was really hoping we were going to be able to get that Essence of Ancestry Body off the board. Like, we need to get this off the board. I think it's very imperative that we get this off the board. They're 2 floating, lines up really well against our Rune Chance, unfortunately. But I still think we just have to push the tempo and try to get this off the board. I tried 2 copies of the one that steals items, Jack Be Nimble, but the real problem with that is that if you draw them in the wrong order, like if you draw Jack and then you draw Nimbleism afterwards, like later in the game, they're very bad. So that is unfortunate. Yo, do we shock them? Probably not, right? Haze bending. Next time you'd be dealt damage by a red source this turn, prevent it. I'm going to see how they play this. I'm curious to see how they play this. Because if they let this go, I am going to play Arcane Seed's Life to make some Rune Chance, make an embodiment. And then we are going to pitch the Lightning Press to Starfall so that we can kill Haze Bending. I hate that the Rune Chants go away, but I think that's just what we're supposed to do here. Instant transmission? I mean, waves. That's definitely one way to get there. That's one way to get there. Is this a fatigue matchup? I do think that there are a lot of Enigma decks that have been angling to fatigue as of late. I do think that is something that's been happening. So it is something I am trying to be aware of. And keeping something like Lightning Press in the deck for like later in the game is not a bad place to be. I don't think by any means. So do not think that is a bad place for us to be. So we're going to lead on Arcanic Shockwave this next turn. I personally don't like Flourish because it's a yellow. Every so often, your Ravenous or Bracers are going to reveal one. So, Bluke, I hear you. Every now and again, it will. Every now and again, it will happen. Like it is like kind of inevitable. But there's 2 yellows in the entire deck, and I think we'll just take this. There's what does this say? There's 2 yellows in the entire deck, which like I personally like. Yeah, we're gonna try it like this. We're gonna fuse with the sizzle. I don't want them to see the second strike. Like it will happen from time to time, but I don't think it's going to happen often enough for it to impact us. And the biggest reason that I like Flourish over trying Captain's Call per se is that I really, really like the idea of having a 3-power non-attack action as opposed to a 2-power non-attack action. I am just not a fan of Captain's Call. And I know that like I'm kind of crazy for that, but I don't like it. I don't like red Captain's Call. I think that Flourish is potentially better. And so we're testing it tonight to see if it feels better. Yeah. Dude, Red Flourish would go crazy. Red Flourish? I don't know. Like if LSS does Red Flourish, that might actually just be insane. That might go too crazy. All right. So they have pitched a blue. They're gonna make a spectral shield. We have dealt damage. It's gonna be Ravenous Rabble. Those two spectral shields get covered. Yep, there it is. We just talked about it. Like Bluke was just mentioning it. This is the third time. This is the second time this has happened to me, and all the times I've been playing this so far. And honestly, like it's unfortunate, but I think it's part of it. So we're gonna go Sizzle into second strike for 7. I think we want to make sure we have an arsenal card for when we get to our next burn up, because we wasted one on an embodiment earlier. Wow, okay. I was not expecting unmovable. So they are definitely trying to fatigue us right now, because they have 31 cards in their deck. We have 29, and all they need is a chi at the end of the game. I don't know, is Talishar like dead or what happened? I wish refresh the page was towards the top. Red Flourish in an adult Armory Terror deck would be awesome. I mean, yeah, like it happens, guys. Like it is a thing that happens. Like I don't think we can just say that like it is a calculated risk that we are taking, and I think that's okay. I think that is part of it. What is their arm piece? Is this the one that puts a counter on something? Yo, what's up, Chris? So we're going to arsenal the lightning press here. So we're going to lead on flourish. We're going to go entwine lightning, fuse with discharge. Make a couple of Runchantes. Even if you lose the +1 from Ravenous, Revolt Flourish, you would still, because call is only, I mean, yeah, so like you're losing a point off the reveal either way, because of exactly what you said. Man. All right, well, that's the last Oasis Respite they can play. Which is kind of nice. But yes, you are correct. That is like the +2 from Captain's Call is always going to be 2. And most of the time, we're going to hit reds off the top of our deck with Rabble or with Bracers. And so, like, the value is always there. Okay. Well, the good news is that now you are out of cards like that. You are out of Oasis Respites. You are out of Unmovables. Which means the scariest thing we have to fight through now is the 1 copy of Essence of Ancestry Body. I'm curious to see if they pitch here. We're going to lead here. Now, the 1 is for the Razor Reflex, but they don't know that. We could also just be planning on pumping this and then throwing Starfall. It is very important in these fatigue matchups that you make Burn Up and Shock connect as often as possible. The Sigil of Suffering didn't catch a ban so far. I kind of thought that or Reduce would. I think Reduce is probably the more like one to catch a ban, but I think I could see either one, to be honest. Okay, so we are currently coming in for 7. And we're going to press over the top, so you have to have another defense reaction. We want to push the 4 damage through and then let them have a shield, I suppose. Oh, I guess I did this backwards. So they're going to take 2 from Burn Up and Shock. I clicked on it backwards, which is like fine. It's not the end of the world. And we are going to save the Arcane Seeds in life. I think we're supposed to just save this Arcane Seeds in life as well. Wish we had Deadwood Dirge. Oh my god, that would be insane. Yo, Chris, with the 5 stream watch streak. Chris, I appreciate the 5 stream watch streak, brother. It means a lot. There is not really a great way to do this. How many Arcanic Shockwaves are left? So I think we're going to go Arcane Seeds Life. We're going to make a couple of Rune Chants and go to 16. Was I supposed to save that? Okay, we are going to save the Weave Lightning. I'm just going to crack Bracers here to come over the top. And we're going to Arsenal the Weave Lightning, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Because even though Lightning Surge is a starter for next turn, I really like the idea of just crashing the boards here for 13, and then just being able to Arsenal this and set up. It's half of an embodiment of Lightning, so it seems good. Okay. I don't know. Maybe the Lightning Surge is more correct, but this feels better to me. This feels better to me. I don't know. Maybe that's completely insane. Maybe that is completely insane. I'm not sure. I'm assuming this is a D-react or something. No, you're just going to 4. I mean, must have a chi in hand. See, turns like that also make me think it's going to be tough for them to fatigue us. Create a Spectral Shield token. Put a +1 counter on it. Okay. So we're going to go Weave Lightning. I think we're going to come in for 6, and then we're going to come in for 7, Arsenal the Weave Lightning. I mean, I guess technically we could always just like pitch the Weave Lightning to Starfall. It would eat the Spectral Shield token and then potentially leave us with an Arsenal. They would have 3 cards in hand, so it seems unlikely. I think I would rather just keep the Weave Lightning for the last Arcanic Shockwave we have coming up. So crashing the boards is like a basketball term where it just means like you're getting aggressive. Is like one of the best ways to think about it. So I just mean like I'm trying to throw everything I have at them so that we can oonga boonga our way in. Sprout Strength. Nimbalism. Oh, let's go, Chris, with the Hydrate. Got you on the Hydrate, brother. This is just going to be 10. Just coming in for 10. And then if they do let the... Oh, yeah, there's some no blocks. You'll love to see it. And if they do let the Static Shock hit, we're not going to throw the other Static Shock. We're just going to throw the Starfall. Like, it's just keeping a card in our deck, getting the Blade Beckoner Helm off the board. Been having a lot of fun with post-pin Sage. Me too. I really like the format. Like, the format's been a lot of fun to play. I enjoyed it before, but now that Chain's gone, I'm having a lot of fun. I mean, they do also have an aura. So... we want to resolve theirs first, I guess. No, we wanted to resolve ours first. Does this work? Is Essence active since you had another aura? I'm just asking because I don't know how this works. I think they both technically leave at the same time. Does anybody know really quick how this works? They just said I can order which auras leave first. Okay. So it is. Okay. Appreciate them being honest with me, clearing that up. That was very nice of them. They did not have to tell me that. Always appreciate opponents like trying to fill in gaps of knowledge for people. I am personally a big believer in doing anything I can to help people with stuff like that. So they get to pick in the order in which they die. So they get to choose to let one leave. This leaves. There's nothing in play. And bang. Okay. So Sizzle. Hang on, I gotta think about this for a second. Because really depends on like what they do, right? But I'm trying to make less powerful heroes work. I mean, that's always a tough thing to do. It's always a tough thing to do, Trent. So, man, this is a weird hand. I want to throw the weapon, I feel like, but maybe I don't care. Is there an Arcanic Shockwave lift in our deck? Okay, there is an Arcanic Shockwave lift in our deck. So Sizzle, Fry, Nimbalism, Scar. Or am I just going to throw 9 and then 7? Can we just try and end the game here, I think? So it's Sizzle, Nimbalism, make an embodiment. I think we can just end the game here. I don't think we need to be like hanging on to anything. So we get to go 7 into 9 off of this 5-card hand, and I don't think they can block 16. Let me rephrase. I don't think they can block 15, because if they block 14, they still take 2 and die. So I think we are okay from here. Should allow us to get there. Is Foremost a playtesting tool? Everyone should be using it to learn, not to compete. I mean, like, I'm all about people using Talishar as like a tool to learn things, but like, I'm not sure if you intended it to come across that way, but if you're also telling me that you don't think I should be using Talishar as a way to like better myself and like try to like compete at a high level so that I'm better at tournaments, I'm gonna have to hard disagree with you there, Ironic, because I don't think that is a good like thing to tell people either. They're all ward. They're all gone by the time they're leaving. Their triggers will resolve. No. Yeah. So like, yeah. So the way that he said it, like my opponent said it, is that they order the triggers and how they leave. So when they leave, he can pick which one leaves. They can pick which one leaves first, and then therefore have Essence leave second. So there is nothing else in play. Oh, Pyronic, if I misunderstood your message, then like I apologize. I meant nothing by it. I just like it, like when it came across to me, it sounded like you were saying almost that like I am wrong by trying to use this to like better myself so that I can compete at higher level events better. And maybe I just completely misinterpreted your message. That happens all the time. Improving yourself by playing hard matches is learning. I didn't mean it should be for people learning how to play the game at a new level. I mean, it sounds like I misinterpreted your message. My bad, dog. My bad. That one be on me, Captain. But guess what? Hooray! We won! We moved to 3-0. Briar be cooking. Hey, what's up, Pockets? We are practicing for San Diego next weekend. Up was on a good plan to try and fatigue, making sure that press and reflex get value on burn up turns is important. Watch for fatigue in this matchup. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, the deck is feeling good. We have not had a game line up in a bad way yet with Flourish. I mean, hitting it off the top was unfortunate, but I really hope we get to play. Yo, Annabelle, jump in. Let's play one. Yeah, jump in. Let's play one, Annabelle. Jump in the lobby. Let's do it. I should be the only person in the future Silver Age queue, I'm pretty sure. I'm playing Fatigue Olympia at the moment, 7-0 today. I mean, Fatigue Olympia, ooh. This has got to be like uber fatigue, right? This has to be like super fatigue. I'm guessing. I'm assuming this is like hyper fatigue. So we're going to play both Razors this game. Yo, what's up, Audia? I mean, Annabelle, like, if you want to play, like, I'd love to play against you. Like, I'm jumping into games and playing against, like, whatever joins. So, like, please jump in. Like, let's play games. Like, I don't really feel like creating a game and opening Discord and, like, trying to find people and sending links. Like, so if you want to play, like, please jump in, though. I'm assuming this is hyper fatigue. I would board double Razor in this matchup. I'm about to get cooked. Yeah, we're about to get cooked. We are about to get cooked by aggro. Oh, God. Sizzle does not work with this hand. I mean, I'm just assuming if you're playing Warrior, you're playing that deck's version of Fatigue is the objective, I'm assuming. Wow. We can technically block for one more and take two. I guess that's fine. Ew. Are y'all meal prepping your hot dogs for the week? Or just making a fresh one when the stream starts? Donnie, that is crazy work, bro. But I'm here for it. I love it, to be honest. What if we went Malefic, Lightning, like Surge, Press, Arsenal, Weave, Lightning? We have a buff and half of an embodiment next turn, plus a Rune Chant in play. Milk said, I make a fresh one. We are, in fact, getting boomed on, as Annabelle just said. We are about to get blasted. Like it's a special occasion. Tell him, Selenar. Tell him. Oh, wait. Oh. I love that that's the question. I love that so much. All right, let's put our up down to 13 here. Embodiment hopefully lines up well. Hand is a little clunky. I think we're gonna go Weave Lightning, Nimbalism, Snatch, Static Shock, Arsenal, the Entwine Lightning is gonna be the play. Actually, I lied. We're gonna go Weave Lightning, Nimbalism, Static Shock for 7, Snatch for 7, block with Entwine Lightning. I mean, I guess technically we could for sure get one more point of defense with the Static Shock here. Get the same amount of points of offense if it does not hit. Oh, wait, that doesn't work that way, does it? You've played Victor for so long, I forgot you started as a cringe aggro player. Listen, I like playing aggro decks. They're fun. I can only eat so many hot dogs when this man streams too much. Okay, hang on. I feel like I'm getting baited. So, Weave Lightning, Nimbalism, Snatch for 7, Entwine Lightning for 7. I'm trying to figure out what reaction they could be playing to here. We're going to block here. Yo, what's up, Derek? Wait, there's a ProQuest in 2 weeks? ProQuest season starts in 2 weeks? That's crazy. I mean, honestly, Derek, I would tell you Briar is stonks. Deck is really good. Oh, this card's good. Except it just makes a courage token. Yeah, I don't think they understood how that works. Did they have anything they could do? Ooh. Their hand was bad. Their hand was bad. Yo, Brian Baker, thank you so much for the sub over on YouTube. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you are new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself. I'd love to get to know more about you guys. Also, 4-0, confetti! I'm going to get like the noise and like do it with the confetti. That's what we should do. That would be fun. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll fix that for next week's streams. Yeah, that hand was really bad. So I come back from San Diego, and the week after I come back, there is a Sage ProQuest. And then after that, it's calling Montreal. Man. I love Flesh and Blood. Bolton, we did go second. Up was on an aggro plan. They drew a complete brick with nothing to charge on turn 2 and conceded after. And I don't really think there's anything to really talk about. Like, they drew a bad hand, they conceded, you know? I love Flesh and Blood. That's right. That's what I'm going to start saying. MILFB. Man, I love Flesh and Blood. I think this is a go first matchup, probably, if I had to guess. That's right, Rose. That's right. We love Flesh and Blood.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
Hell yeah. Tell them. We love Flesh and Blood, baby. Sigil's probably bad. Second strike's Razor Malefic. Probably just try to get aggressive here. Probably the plan. Are we going first? We are going first. Reinar, and we are going first. Oh my god! Yo, let's go. Jay with the 8 months of Prime support. Jay, thank you so much for the 8 months. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Let's go. Damn right, we love Flesh and Blood. Tell him. Tell him. So we're gonna go Malefic, Discharge 7. It's worth noting that Discharge is just better than Captain's Call here. I mean, Captain's Call makes an embodiment, I guess. We'll see for next turn. This hand seems fine. Stop it. Is Briar the best deck in the format? So, Vertov, I'm going to be honest, all of my testing has led me to believe that Briar is just, in fact, B-diff. Take the press. Take the press. I mean, actually, yeah, take the press. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's pulping. Lame. Should we block Sprout Strength? No, it's 2 versus 3. We don't have an embodiment. Never mind. I have no idea why opponent's not on the 2-block chest. They're probably trying to kill me on turn 2. Talishar has filters for formats now? I did not know that they had filters for formats. Interesting. What is this? 5 big ones? 5 big ones. Prank him, John. Prank him, John. We'll just block 4. We'll just keep the old life totals up. We might be cooked. We might be cooked this game. I don't know. Pretty sure Oldham Block Slop is better. I'm gonna disagree with you because Oldham Block Slop straight up loses to Enigma. We have game into everything with this deck. Like the worst matchup that you have is Oldham, and it is like a 40%er according to the Talishar data. Now, I think a good Oldham is going to make the game tougher, but I want to play a deck that is widely set up into a good room that works well, and Oldham having an auto loss to Enigma scares me. Is new. Good thing that hero isn't real. Oh, but that hero could be real, I feel like. Lexi does seem pretty cool, Jay. I saw Alex Chitu was testing this like lightning death dealer Lexi at the Spellbound Games or whatever they're called. That seemed pretty cool. Looked like a pretty cool list that Alex was testing. Is there any world where Garland is going to be worth it next turn? I mean, our hand's pretty solid. Never bet against Runeblade feels like a good motto. I complain about auto losses and then play Victor all I want, and nobody can stop me. You can't put me in a box. Can't put me in a box. I do what I want. Ew. All right, hang on. We got to think about this one for a second. I feel like I'm about to get blown up. Oh, there's still an action point after this? I mean, I can block 3, reveal this, and then I can go Lightning Surge. I can crack both of these. Fry for 5, Starfall, Lightning Surge. 4? Is there any world I'm just blocking 6 right here? Actually, that's actually a really good question. Is there a world I'm supposed to block 6 here and go crack both of these? 5, 5, 2, 4, 4? I actually think that's correct. Think we're just dead? Yeah. We are dead. Sag. Well played, opponent. Well played. Yeah, we took one turn. I mean, I guess technically we went first, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting. Like, Reinar is a deck that like wants to go first, right? So I don't think we're supposed to go second in this matchup. I don't think we're supposed to go second in this matchup. Like, it didn't. I don't feel like we got Giga High rolled or anything. Like, it just seemed like their draw was good, and they killed us in like 2 turns, basically. Well, there's no basically. They literally killed us in 2 turns. We blocked 6 from hand, and then we blocked 4 on equipment. Like, we took. They were able to threaten 31 over the course of 2 turns. I'm sorry. They threatened. Yeah, no, they threatened 31 points of damage over the course of 2 turns. I mean, yeah. I feel like that's probably just going to happen sometimes. I do agree. Reinar actually looks pretty solid. I'm kind of surprised that that Trent has not been on the Reinar pill and Sage. We did lose. Up, threaten 31 between turns 1 and 2. Took multiple cards out of hand both turns. Blocked as much as I could on turn 2 to get value and try to crack back, but died to a no block. I mean, I guess it was technically intimidate, so it didn't matter. But we, like, my opponent didn't know that we were just dead regardless, right? Like, we had nothing we could do there. Huh. It's so funny. It's 8:30 and we've played 5 games. I'm so used to like I think we want to go first, right? I think we want to go first. Annabelle, best of luck. I guess we'll technically play the Helm. Seems correct. Starfall, I guess. Wonder if we're supposed to be on Reaping Blade. Is this a Reaping Blade matchup so that we can't get polarity'd? I don't think so, because I think we want to play Polarity. I don't know. Yeah, the Reinar deck looks scary. If that's something that continues to happen to us, that will be scary. Like, that is something that like genuinely frightens me. Like, if that keeps happening, that frightens me. I mean, I think the no misses Reinar list is probably just the best way to play it, right? I mean, there's no shot this connects, right? I think we're just gonna make an embodiment and pass. I think just make an embodiment and pass is fine. We can arsenal the Entwine Lightning. What if we... What if we block 5? No, it's just not correct though, right? We're just supposed to take 6, and then we're going to pay 2. You think so little of me? I have a deck I'm testing, but definitely might switch it up. That's fair. I do want to learn to play Acilio in CC. I mean, Acilio is a very cool deck. Acilio is a very fun deck, I think. We will pay 2. And I'm just going to lead on the Snatch in case the Fry gets, like, stuck in hand or something. Since there's no response for Annabelle, we can just throw the snatch with the embodiment to start off here. Yeah, we play. So Annabelle and I played a couple of games, like testing, and like the other day, and like this looks really good. Yep. So Arctic Incarceration at blue is just gonna like end our turn. There's like nothing we can do about that. Have you seen the heavy Sigil Acilio list? I have not seen the actual deck list, but somebody in our team Discord did post a picture of it earlier, or a picture of like a turn with the Ether bindings and like 6 Sigil of Fates popping. And it looked kind of insane. It looked kind of insane. Are they fused with a frosting? Dealing 3 arcane damage. Oh. Yep, we're gonna get hit with a frosting. We are again going to keep the frostbite here. And then I'm gonna pitch the fry to play Static Shock. And then we're gonna press it to try and get extra damage here. Is gonna be the plan. I mean, Verdance is definitely on our way out, that's for sure. Hopefully, we get a card and gauntlets here from Annabelle. Annabelle immediately wants to chat. She was asking if there's any lightning cards, and I was like, no, there's not a lightning card. So Annabelle's just, I guess, willing to like block 3 and let 1 come over the top. I just said now there is. Oh man. All right. So we come over the top, which puts Annabelle down to 10. 1 arcane damage comes across. I'm sure Annabelle's not going to be bothered with blocking it. And then we basically need to have a turn where we can go all in. This is not great. I'm going to take 2, go down to 8. I think this is correct. I want Icelander to be a meta contender so bad. I mean, I think Icelander's more of a meta contender than people realize. All you have to do is hit a room, all you have to do is hit like a day full of Briars, and I think you're fine, to be honest. Like, I think you're perfectly okay if something like that happens. So we're going to come in for 5, which is admittedly not great because we get hit with this, but I don't think we have a better option here. Icelander also needs to dodge like Oldham or something. Like, that's also not a good matchup. We are not able to offer lethal, but I still think it's worth. I mean, she has more game into Oldham, sure, but like a lot of the Oldham decks are playing like Respites, and they're playing Staunches, and they're playing AB 3 or 4. Like, feels very, very hard for her to compete with. Feels very, very difficult for her to compete. I really don't want to go to 4, but we don't have a better turn. It's always been incredibly favored against Wizard in general. Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%. 100%. Curious to see what we're about to get hit with here. I mean, it could just be lethal. We're not in a position to play around a lethal arcane spell here, unfortunately. I mean, that's unfortunate. Wait, what does this do? Oh, it wasn't fused, so it does nothing? Oh. She said 8 cards, no ice, and I couldn't figure out what that meant. So we're gonna come in for 9. And then we also have the lightning press. So like we could just go over the top. Wow. All those elemental cards, no ice cards is crazy. That is actually crazy. Let's see. Let's log our notes here. So we did win against Icelander. Bell had a brain freeze in Arsenal, but saw 0 ice cards in 2 turns. So her Arsenal was bricked. This allowed me to win the game. Should not have won this game. I mean, I think it's important to note that like I should not have won this game. We're gonna try the helm again and see if it's good enough or not. We went. The funny part is like I don't even know that polarity is that good. I think we're gonna play it like this. So it's Icelander. We are going second this time. I'm imagining we're gonna get a non-zero number of frostbites here, which is pretty unfortunate. There is an ice bolt, so we're gonna get 3. So there's an ice bolt there, which means we're just gonna pass, right? Like the plan is to just pass. We'll Arsenal second strike because it's the worst card we can Arsenal, and then we'll pass because she's just gonna hit it with Glacial Horns. Just draw better. I know, right? Forehead. Like, why didn't I think of that? You were getting the number 1 pummel there. If I would have gotten pummeled, I mean, I think pummel Icelander could actually be pretty cool. I know people tried like Pummelander back in the day, but I don't know. Maybe it's worth exploring. Like maybe it's worth exploring. Yep. And then immediately cracks Glacial Horns, I'm sure. Like just trying to tie up my arsenal in any way that she can. Yep, you have to do that first. I mean, yeah, we'll take 4. So if I crack this, I don't have to pitch a card. I'm leaving myself open to Frostspike Blowout, but I mean, can we get a reviled version of a pummel and it just be the middle finger? I mean, I'm in for this. This sounds awesome. Frostspike here would be a massive casualty. Massive casualty. We're gonna go 10 go again. See how Annabelle wants to block this. Blocks for 10, sure. Let's go Ravenous Rabble. Takes 4. Well, they took 4, so we're gonna play this. This allows us to just like get aggressive here. Also, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I know there's probably a lot of things y'all could be doing on a random Thursday, so I appreciate y'all chilling and hanging out with me tonight. I mean, I guess we'll throw it. Like, it at least gets the Blade Beckoner Gauntlets block out of the way. Oh, you're taking 2. Interesting. I'm surprised that it wasn't worth the life there. Let's see if Annabelle decides she wants to respond here. No. So there's an Ice Bolt in her arsenal that she showed us. Like, we have actively seen the Ice Bolt. We're going to show Burn Up and Shock here because we have to get going in. Are you going to be up all night to watch the London premiere super early in the morning? So I'm very stuck on actually waking up to watch the world premiere because it's like it's the pre-con decks, and as much as I would like to, waking up at like 10 till 5 to watch the premiere is like kind of crazy. Like I don't know if I want to get up that early. So I think we're going to play Arcane Seeds Life, and we're going to pitch both of our cards here. I think I'm pretty comfortable just like setting up. We'll go back to 11. We'll take away like the Glacial Horns effect here if we can. Pitch Second Strike. We're going to play both sides of this and see if there's a response here. Definitely not getting up that early. I'll see the stuff that wasn't spoiled so far and watch the stream when I wake up. I mean, yeah, like I don't like we are driving, like Carly and I are driving 3.5 hours tomorrow night to like, to like an event for my sister, and I don't know. Messing up my sleep schedule that bad when I got to drive tomorrow night's not good. Hey, Deku. I'm newer to Fab and was wondering what tips you would have to give finding a hero to play with. If it helps, I normally like aggro style decks. So Duck, I would say that there are like a reasonable number of things that you could do to like help yourself find a deck. If you like playing an aggro deck, then I would tell you to just like start with like whatever like is playing like aggressively slanted in the meta. One thing that I will say that I'm like, as far as like finding a hero is concerned and finding a hero you like, I would tell you to play online. I think that playing online is like far and away the best way to like learn the heroes, figure out what you want to like, like what you want to do. And like learning what you want. But when it comes time to like buying a hero and getting into a deck, I think there are a lot of armory decks that are generally a good place to start. If you buy an armory deck, or maybe you have a friend who has an armory deck they'd let you borrow or like practice with or something like that, you can sit down and like play with some of your buddies and stuff like that, and you can sit down with some of your buddies and like try to like figure out what you like. But like Duck, if you are struggling to figure out like a specific hero to want to play, you can always shoot me a DM on Discord if you want, and I'll be more than happy to chat with you. How do I like Briar versus Fi after I've played them both in Sage? I mean, I think that Fi will always be the one that I prefer, not because I think it's better, but because I like it more. I just really like Fi and his play patterns. But I have to say that like I do think that like Briar is probably just like the best deck in the format. They did not play the Frostspike. I'm a little, I don't know. I'm also a little taken back by that, Milk. I kind of thought they were just going to play the Frostspike here. But maybe they're thinking Frostspike for next turn. And they're clearly going to throw something at me this turn. And I'm pretty sure we can still block with it, even if it's frozen. So, oh no, they're pitching the Frostspike to keep. Oh, they wanted to keep the channel around. Okay. So if I take 3, I get a Frostbite. We can Arcane card. We're supposed to Arcane Polarity pitching Flourish. Flourish is better resources later. Warrior and Ninja are the default aggro classes, but they both take different approaches. I think that's a pretty fair assessment, Jay. Frosting is fine. We'll just go to 12. I'm just going to Arsenal the Sizzle. We can always block with the Shockwave if we need to. This is kind of cool to see like all of my cards frozen from this. It's pretty funny to like look and see it. It's interesting. I mean, yeah, we'll just go to 8. So Frostspike or Arctic Incarceration would be 2. We're going to lead on Weave Lightning and see how they respond. Blue Ether Ice Vein. Ether Hail. I mean, we might as well. It's 1 life at this point. I was like, I think I hit pass. Wait on Annabelle to hit pass. The equipment were frozen, Milk, because they had the channel Galcia's Cradle was in play, and it freezes something at the beginning of every turn or when it enters. And so Annabelle was just like locking up all of my equipment. So now our turn's over because we don't have an attack in Arsenal. I mean, there's no world I'm playing around second Frostspike and second Frostspike and something from Arsenal. That's unfortunate. I mean, yeah, our turn's just over. All right, so we lose our Sizzle. Sure. And it's straight up pass from here. I don't think there's anything that just like is an absolute blowout here. I don't think. Hey, what's up, Hobie? Yeah, we are playing Sage. So we're going to crash in for 6. Play the Lightning Press. And then we have the Snatch to follow up with. I mean, We haven't been hit by an ice card yet, so we're probably not going to. Now, this requires 2 cards. Oh. Juiced. Absolutely juiced. Deck, come on. I don't like this. That's such an unfortunate way to lose. That is such an unfortunate way to lose. I mean, we were going to lose no matter what, looking back on it, but like, this makes it feel twice as bad. That makes it feel twice as bad. This is far and away our worst matchup. Like, this is far and away our worst matchup. I mean, it's funny because we just went 1-1, but this is like one of our worst matchups. Loss. Let's see. Bell was able to close it out with double arcane spells back to back. Second Frost Spike and Ice card from Arsenal. Ended my turn with 3 Frostbites. Tough to play around. So, I mean, I guess there's a world where like we could add in some like ice cards to the like, or I'm sorry, some like blues. Like maybe we add in like a couple of blues to the sideboard to try and like help or something, but this is the matchup we definitely go second in if we could. I wonder if they're on Arcane Polarity. Probably Sigil of Suffering, Second Strike Razor. I mean, Jay, I don't know. Like, the difference in winning and losing those games is like literally a blue in hand. Because all of the turns where Icelander takes tempo from me, it is because I have no resources. Like, we're not losing to Icelander because the deck is just so much more value oriented than we are. We are a better AVPT turn deck. Like, we're just losing because we don't have resources on like one turn. Energy Potion as an ender is actually not a bad idea. Like, I'm not saying that it makes the matchup like super favored for us, but it just feels like if we jam a couple of like blues in the sideboard, it might be able to help. Oh, sure. So like, I agree with you. Like the CC version of that matchup, Icelander versus Briar, like playing blues in the sideboard was not an answer. Energy Potions were nice to play around Blizzard, but I don't think that like it was like, I don't think that like that was the answer, but it might be here, I think. E-Pots is interesting. Do you guys think we play 1 or 2? Like, did we just jam 2? Would be better if you're playing into Icelander. I wholeheartedly believe that Aurora is better into Icelander. All right, so Sizzle, Entwine Lightning, fused with Fry Scar, Arsenal. I mean, I think we can actually, are we supposed to throw? We should Arsenal the Fry, right? It is a lightning card. It does not require us to draw anything. Are you going to go to playing Aurora after Briar gets voted out inevitably? I mean, I guess it depends like what gets voted out, right? I guess it kind of depends. I don't know that like Silver Age is a format that is like so cheap that I am honestly kind of just playing whatever I think the best deck is right now. There's not really a I'm playing this or I'm playing that because I think it's, you know, better and or like, you know, like because it's my favorite deck or something like that. I am strictly playing in Silver Age whatever I think the best deck is. If that is a board state hero, I will play a board state hero. If that is Block Slop Oldhim that I love, I'll play that. If it's, you know, Aggro Soup Briar or Aurora that I love, I'll play that. It just kind of depends. That's right. Blizzard? Tallow Milk. I just know you adore Aurora. Oh, I do. I love Aurora. And I have been trying to make Aurora work in Silver Age, like off camera for like quite some time now. Like I still sit around and like try to like figure out what I should be playing. But like I think equipment on turn 0 is wrong. Well, you're denying me embodiment. It's probably actually correct. I don't know. Like I want to play, I really want to focus on 2026 at playing like whatever is better. So that's like one of the big things I'm really trying to like focus on right now. You excited for her return? Oh my god. When Aurora comes back to CC, like even if she's dog shit, we're probably just jamming it on the stream until we like start winning games with it. I am actually very excited for Aurora to make her come back. Oh man. What does this do? Oh, so they have Life of the Party. They didn't want to block with Life of the Party. Checks out.
Some biddies, you say.
Even if Gravy was the best deck in Sage, you by 10 miles, you'd play Betsy out of spite. I think we're missing an E there. First off, Rose, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate the $5 super chat. You know what? You right. You right. Gravy Bones can stay in hell where he belongs. I hate that dead bastard. So, guys, I'm going to be honest. I'm not on the train that if Aurora came back textless, she would be good. I'm not on that train. I am not a believer in that. I think everybody would learn very, very quickly how good being able to make embodiments was. It's going to be Lyeth all over again? Probably.
Lizard.
I have zero shame. Zero shame. Out of spit works too, though. I mean, I guess that's fair. That was a very good first turn. We are about to go down to 7. Now, to be fair, we get to crack back here. Probably should have blocked with the lightning surge, right? So this is 7 and 1 arcane with go again. Unfortunately, the Arcanic Shockwave, or no, it does make us an embodiment. I got to remember that. I mean, she's going to have go again somewhere in her new form too. It's kind of the gimmick. I mean, that's fair. It is definitely the gimmick of Lightning Runeblade. That is a fair assessment. 3 go again. I genuinely think our opponent's just sitting there like, yeah, I'm just going to end the game. Doesn't matter. 2 go again. We're going to break the combat chain and throw Snatch. Wax on that. Yo, what up, Drew? Hope you're having a good night, brother. Yo, I hope you're having a good night. I love you too, big dog. I love you too, Drew. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you are doing well, because you deserve it, my man. You deserve it. Oh, if I had to pick one or the other, New Aurora. New Aurora. Enigma can stay dead. Stay dead. Yo, that's a 4 block. We're keeping that. I was going to play it to gain a life, but we keeping that. So it's block 4, Sprout Strength, Lightning Surge. Should have led on Kadachi. Should have led on Kadachi. Oh, is it a 2 cost? Are we two costing it up here? No? Died a Razor from Arsenal? They blocked with one? I did not think about that. Should have. Enigma does not need to come back. Well, what is this? I mean, I wonder if they put anything on top of their deck. It's awkward. I don't have an attack react. I had a Razor, didn't I? Are you being funny? I feel like I'm missing the cues here. A full combo deck Enigma would be weird. You play Prism but hates Enigma? Explain that to me, my guy. Listen. I play Prism because I promised you all I would after I drunkenly won a game one stream. Okay, let's not go around spreading this nonsense that I play Enigma or I play things. Okay. Excited for new Aurora since I'm probably losing Syndra soon. I mean, Syndra is like at what? 600 points? Like Syndra's got a way to go. I think Syndra's got a way to go. I think you are pretty comfortably safe from like losing Syndra. I mean, I guess it means what do you mean by soon, I guess? 800? Wow, okay, never mind. She is closer than I thought. Ignore me. My bad. I did not realize she was so close. About to lose 3 ninjas this year? I mean, that's true. Oh, you said I do? Yeah. No, I definitely did. You were correct about that. They just keep having hands that work. Stop. I mean, I think we have to, right? Like, I think it's the sad reality, but I think we have to. And then if they go to 1, there's the world we draw Burn Up and Shock to kill them. I mean, they might not die to it, I suppose. They do have AB in some capacity. Maybe they're all 2 blocks? Nah. Ira's numbers do be crazy, I agree. Oh, you're talking about Syndra already being LL'd? I mean, I guess if they hadn't changed the points, Syndra would already be LL'd. Which is like actually kind of weird when you think about it. I've never really considered that, to be honest. Syndra would be LL'd. I mean, yeah. All we can do is play the shock and cry, because there's never a world I'm playing around that. Never a world I'm playing around that. In fact, if we do, we just lose anyway. What was the last card in their hand? Smash Up. So block there. When they throw second Kadachi, we block. No, I mean, there was no shot. There was no winning that game. They're going second into first turn of the game being life of the party was really good. Is the stream still here? Did YouTube stream like crash for a second? Are we? Jay said we're good on Twitch. We're still here? Okay. That was weird. It just told me to reconnect to my encoder for some reason. I don't know what happened there. Okay, we played against Ira. We went first. We did lose. Op had life of the party combo turn on turn 1. when going second. Game was very close. Needed one more turn to get cards out of Op's hand. Op drew both Wax On in the first 3 turns. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I have yet to reach for the high roll card, but I think we can slap that one on a high roll. Our opponent had life of the party on turn 1 when they went second, and they also drew both copies of Wax On in the first 3 turns of the game. I think that's what an Ira high roll looks like. Yo, let's go, Dub, with the 19 months. Let's go, dude, Dub, with the 19 months of tier 1. My man, I appreciate it. My man said, Blazy, baby, how it do, dude? It be doing, fam. It be doing. We doing it. You know what? We're confetting for no reason. Because we be doing it. Because we be doing it. Oh, God. This is a... I think we have to play it like this. Sage games do go very fast. I mean, this is a very, this is an interesting matchup. We just, this is probably stack Florian, and we just have to play this matchup like we are trying to condense damage into really big turns. I think this deck's actually very feasible. What do you think about Huntsman and Sage? I feel like Huntsman actually has like an okay spot in Sage. Florian, we are going first. This hand is Cray Cray. Yeah.
Lizard.
Yeah, the groan fit very well. The groan feels like it added up very well. This is not stack Florian. We are arsenaling Fry and passing. Oh my god. Everybody get excited. Ah! This hand's crazy. Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. 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 Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. We are, in fact, about to juice the goose, as the kids say. And I don't think kids say that, but, you know, I said it just now, so there's that. Ka-chow! Ba-ching! I think it's very hard for our opponent to play around Press and Razor in the same hand. Odd, yeah, I agree. I think it's very tough for them to play around both. Interesting. Now, they're sitting there, probably a little perplexed. Probably a little perplexed. God knows I would be. I'm also tempted to throw Starfall this turn. I mean, I guess, like, fuck it. Let's play them both, right? When they cover this up, I'm going to cry myself to sleep. Holy shit. What? Wow. Okay. Okay. might actually be some... All right. It's going to be one of those nights. It's going to be one of those nights.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Okay. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Ah. Two in the whole deck. It makes me feel worse that he drew them both. Not because it should, but because it does, and nobody tells me what to do. We could deny the extra rune chant value here. We could deny this by blocking 3 and an equipment piece. We could also block with Lightning Surge. I think that's correct, right? Insert break stuff by Limp Biscuit. That's good. Now the sizzle doesn't work. I messed that turn up drastically. Because now the sizzle does not work at all. Yeah, that was dumb. I'm just supposed to go to 9 and let him have it? Man. This, like right now, this is actually a great like learning moment for me and for everybody watching. I have spent multiple streams talking about how you need to pull yourself together when it comes from like, you know, when it comes to things like when it comes to like the mental like checks. You know, like you should make sure that you are okay playing through the mental part of the game. And just like I botched that turn. I mean, muffed the shit out of that turn. So that was just like very, very poor play by me. Okay, so we go to 9. I think we have to go to 3. I don't really think we have a choice here. I think we have to play this turn. That was actually wrong as well. We should have blocked with Sprout Strength, and we should have went Discharge, Ravenous Rabble, Sizzle, Flittering Charge. We lose 3 points of offense, but keeping our life total at 6 is more important than being at 3, I think. That was actually a bad play as well. So again, 2 bad plays here have led to snowballing value. Flourish on top is unfortunate. Well, we're going to hope we draw something good next turn. Do we play the Malefic, or do we set it up as half of an embodiment? I think we need to get it into play because we need the value of the rune chant for next turn. Like, this is going to be for 10. They are at minimum required to give us 2 cards. Yeah, no, for real though. And then we go to 2, they go to 2. Them being at 1 does not help us, and we're dead to Rune Chance here, and we have no way to gain life. Oh, wow, did we just draw an out? So we let this one hit. This comes in for 7. Okay. I mean, that was definitely like a good like draw. Of all the draws we had available to us, that was a good one. Drawing the Arcane Season Life was good. Okay. Hopefully there is no go again here. And we win, right? Shit. Hang on. How do we win this game? How do we win this game? Like, this is just 1 point over the top. Without an embodiment, we're in such a bad spot. We don't have any sigils. Welcome back, Bringe. Welcome back. We don't have any sigils as, like, reach. The other burn up and shock is over here. They have a rune chant on the board, and this is our last way to gain life. We can't. We need a way to be able to. Like, I just don't think there's a way to make this work. Because if I block 3, 5, 7, like if we block 8 and we throw this, they go to 1. And then we do not have an arcane out. So we have to block like this. Play Arcane Seeds in Life. Them going to 4 is very bad. Because it still means we're 1 arcane away. We're going to go to 2. Put 3 Rune Chants into play. I assume they will decompose here. We're going to block 8 to stay alive. I mean, them drawing all the fruit, like all of their fruits of the forest right here is very bad. Oh, man. Losing this game feels bad because it doesn't really feel like... It doesn't really feel like we lost this game because we lost this game. Like, we lost this game because our opponent drew 2 of apparently their 4 defense reactions in their entire deck on the second turn of the game in one hand. And so now, like, these rune chants put them down to 3, which is fine. And this is very unfortunate. Yeah, okay. All right. Yep. No, that's good. I think I've had my dick pushed into the dirt enough this game. We'll try and play another one. Jesus Christ. I mean, every freaking turn. If there was something he needed, he had it. I mean, like, damn. God, I really hope that shit does not happen next weekend. We lose. Also, by the way, it did not pop up for some reason, but Bringe, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. I appreciate that. I think it was because you converted it for some reason. But thank you. Appreciate the tier 1 over on YouTube, man, or on Twitch.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Like, that's one of those games where, like, I don't know, like, it just, like, them having both of the D-Reacts in hand, like, just kind of juiced us, and that's unfortunate. Because it was drawing 2 D-Reacts without... It was drawing 2 D-Reacts without having Rune Chance in play, which is crazy. So, was it technically correct to throw the Starfall there? So I come in for 5. Opponent gives me all of their equipment. Their hand is double reduce, pitch a card, and a 3 block. So if I come in for 5 with the Fry, they block with all of their equipment. I then from there throw Starfall. They give me the 3 block. And then I go Snatch for 4. They say no blocks, give me the reduce. I play the press because I use my resource. I can't Razor, and then they and then they reduce again. So I can't get over the top. Interesting. All right. Well, it makes me feel a little bit better knowing that we couldn't get over the top there. That like there was just nothing we could do. Now the tilt following and me making bad plays afterwards probably did cost us points in that game, but I don't know that it would have won us the game from there. The 3 life may have actually have mattered. We would have done 3 less points of offense, but we would have been 3 life higher. And that 3 more points of offense pushed through damage. So I'm not sure. Up had double reduce on turn 2. And it blew out the Razor and press play to go over the top. 2 of the 4 D-Reacts in one hand was very unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, like the more I continue to think about that game, I keep trying to think of like, where did I go wrong? What could I have done to have fixed that? I don't think there was a winning line. Like the more I'm thinking about this, like I'm trying to take a moment and like let my like frustration of like the fact that like we clearly just got juiced go and think about how I could have played better. There was the 2 turn cycles where like I made mistakes and I could have played better by blocking to save some life to put ourselves in a less worse position with like having to play the arcane seeds at instant speed to like stay alive. But I don't know. Like, am I supposed to not play the burn up and shock? Like on the first turn with the snatch, is there a world where I'm supposed to crack all of our equipment, come in for 5 with Fry, play snatch, play both of them, and then try to just take the value that I can get there? And then from there, we can arsenal the burn up and shock and we can wait on second Razor or press. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Maybe that's what I should have done. Maybe that would have been the better play. Would Reaping Blade have been better into Florian? Would Reaping Blade have been better into Florian? On that version of their deck? Yes. I'm assuming they're playing stacked Florian, so in my head, no. But with that lining up that way, but with the version of Florian they were playing, yeah, it would have been. Yo, what's up, James? I do not want a meta where stacked Florian is a thing. Does Runechant stack with Scepter? Yes, they do stack with Scepter, PJ. They do, 100%. Okay, so they're playing. So every ninja deck appears to be playing Life of the Party, which, to be fair, is like not a bad thing. Yo, Bringe with the 3-stream watch streak. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate the 3-stream watch streak, man. It means a lot. Thank you. That was... If that was a stack deck, then they did a very poor job of stacking Rune Chants. Like, the stack deck is playing Scepter, and like that's their entire game plan. So I'm not exactly sure how like we come across that being a stack deck. It wasn't the stack deck, but you can do so many chants with that deck. Hit Bell with a stack of like 20 the other day. I mean, I guess that's fair. Like Florian, I guess in its nature is always like a stack deck, I guess you could say. I am going to block this with the Arcane Seeds Life. We already have the ability to throw 10. I'm going to save the Sigil of Suffering for something like a Snatch at the end of the chain. The Rising Resentment could have mattered there. Stack Slop, I like that, Dub. I like that. Stack Slop, I like that. We might try to make that a term. I want to see more things like Life of the Party, but in other classes. I love seeing weird stuff like that. I do think seeing weird stuff like that is really cool. It does make it like very fun. I definitely agree with you there. What 1 for 5 could they throw at me that I care about blocking? We have Sigil of Suffering for the Snatch. If that's what it is. If it's Lava Burst, we have Sigil of, like... I'm just trying to figure out like if there's an on-hit effect we need to stop. There it is. There it is. So we should be at 13. Should take 1 more to play around Breaking Point. How do you know when to switch equipment and sideboard stuff? Is it just a matchup type of thing? So Duck, yeah, there are like quite a few matchups that like I have played enough to like I understand like how they're trying to like play the game against me most of the time anyway. So that is something that like I for the most part am just aware of because of my knowledge of playing the game as long as I have. But there are definitely like guides and like, you know, like site like videos where people talk about like their sideboard tech and stuff like that. Where like you can help, like you can try to figure out how you should be sideboarding to like figure out like, you know, what you should be doing in that matchup. Yep, you definitely called it. Breaking Point was very good that turn. I think we'll take 4 here, go to 10. It helps I normally ask, what does it look like when they win this game? What does it look like when I win this game? And I use that to like figure out how to sideboard. I think that's a very good piece of advice, Dub. I think that's very good advice. Let's take 1, go down to 6. They've already activated 5, so we just have to contend with whatever the last thing they throw at us is. And we do have 4 covered. Okay. I mean, I can live with that. That is not bad. We could have given that up, but this converts as 3 value, pretty much no matter what. They're going to go to 10. Hopefully we hit a red, not our second flourish in the deck here. This is a turn where second flourish would be really bad for us here. Hybrid Lexi and love going into Briar. I'm struggling against Ira though. So I'm intrigued to hear you say that because I have not really I've not really like felt like I'm in that bad of a situation against Lexi. It kind of feels like most of the time the deck just kind of like crumbles to itself one turn and I'm able to win playing Briar. But that could just be like the small sample size of games that I have. Could be very, very different. Oh, see, this is awesome. This is so good. We're going to break the chain. We're going to activate Bracers. And we're going to throw Snatch for 6. This is lethal, and they have given up their Wax On already. Well, I really wish we could have pushed more. Hopefully we draw a hand that blocks pretty efficiently. I mean, we're at 7, so like I don't think we're going to be alive at the end of this turn. I think, unfortunately, we will take 1. I'm looking to keep one of my attacks. We're going to look to block 3, 3, and 2 this turn is going to be the objective. Is definitely going to be the objective this turn, is to just block as much as possible. And then we will try to go like... Okay, so it's activate Fi and to draw another card. That does scare me. If we have to block with both cards here, we might be in a really bad spot. I mean, I guess there's always the chance of us drawing into a, like, shock. Is there a reason you hold bracers? I mean, I normally hold bracers for, like, more of a relevant on-hit effect is something I'm interested in. Oh. I think you play for the shock here. I mean, if we have the chance to, like, I mean, we may just be dead. They have 2 cards in their hand. Yeah, like, we could just be dead. They have, like, another, like, head jab effect, like, where it's just Xaxes. We need them to have a blue or a card they can't play. Or a Compounding Anger works. Yeah, that works. So we had an AVPT of 19.5 where we threatened 27. They threatened... So again, going second is this extra turn, right? Their last turn threatened 19. They had 3 turns, and 2 of them had impactful Chain Enders, a Breaking Point, and a Compounding Anger, and they played both copies of Fire that Burns within that game in 3 turns. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't really, like... I think we're going to lose games like that. I just 110% like think we're going to lose games like that, unfortunately. I don't really know that there's a ton to do about that. Like, this is like what I think a lot of people like have issue with, is like this can be the format sometimes. You play an aggro mirror, your opponent wins the die roll and goes second. They draw their good cards in the first 3 turns of the game, and you die. That is how we lost to Ira 3 games ago. The Florian matchup we lost, I mean, that was, we also got juiced there. And then, I mean, we got juiced on like 1 big turn, really. And then the Fi game, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure out like what a high roll looks like in this format, and maybe this is what it looks like. Either way.
So you get nothing. You lose.
Good day, sir. Op had 2 Chain Enders in 3 turns for 5 power. Op played both copies of Fire that Burns within in 3 turns. Was not able to hang on. Well, I will say, I do feel like I'm learning quite a bit about like different decks in the metas right now, like the meta and like what everybody's trying to accomplish. So like that is nice. It has been nice to like learn as much as I have. Okay, another fatigue deck. Sounds good. Pockets, best of luck to you, my friend. Pockets is someone who hangs out regularly, so this is definitely a Starfall matchup, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we want to be on Reaping Blade. We probably just want to have the ability to get aggressive. What format is this? Oh, so Duck, this is Silver Age, where we both start at 20 life, and we're both trying to like really race to 0 here. I know this deck has a ton of defense reactions. It is, I mean, we're getting to play a lot of games and test, and I'm actually going to get an opportunity to test with some of the guys on the team after this, so I think this is the plan. I think double Malefic, even though very impactful, can be very awkward at times. So I don't think we can waste a burn up. I just don't think that's feasible. So I think we're just going to have to take 5 here. I mean, maybe we give up the Scar or something. Like, we can block 5, I guess, and give up the Scar for Scar. But giving up burn up and chalk is just incorrect. This card's just too good. So it's going to be 4 going in. We'll play the Static Shock, Arsenal, Lightning Surge, and pass. You're going to need that caffeine to get aggressive with all that yawning? Yeah, tell me about it, though, Martin. What matchup is Bloodied Oval for, since you can't use the other weapons with it? I'm playing it in the mirror. Hammett. We are just looking to... We are literally just looking to block as much as possible because Starfall is almost never relevant in the mirror. So we're just playing Bloodied Oval in the mirror. I'm curious to know how good... I'm really curious to know how good Scepter could be in the mirror. So does this stay at 3 because of the Great Axe? Yeah, okay. So we're going to attack for 1. I'm going to pitch the Burn Up and Shock, and we'll try to, maybe, wait for something here. I think we're just going to, maybe try to, set something up later. Because I think we're going to need every single one of our cards to win this game. Fighting through the Stillblade Shunts. There are 6 Stillblade Shunts, 2 Springboard Somersaults in a deck like this. I don't think they're playing any, specific life gain style stuff, but they are on a lot of defense reactions. Test of Iron Grip, pretty solid. I'm going to close the combat chain. We're just going to play it. We're going to Arsenal Burn Up and Shock. Was this +6 or some nonsense? I think this has to be a hand that we're looking for. I think we just have to block 4, take 6, and we're just going to try to look to come over the top here. So we're going to lead on Burn Up and Shock because I believe it is necessary for us to be able to do this. During his deck review, he said Oval was for the mirror to make. Yeah, we're just trying to make trying to make the Blade Beckoner stuff worse in the mirror is the idea. I'd be swapping my ideas of playing Briar the more I've been watching. I mean, I would not swap playing from this deck because I am making it look bad. I feel like that would actually be a bad mistake. So here we are going to run all of this out. There's clearly a Stillblade Shunt here, or an Oasis Respite 1, which means, is Bracers worth it? Three, 6, 9, 15. This is currently for 10, 12, 15. Unity makes it pretty easy to block. I think we're going to crash in for 10, and then we'll probably swing the Starfall afterwards. We can pitch a card for the Razor later to come over the top of something. Yeah, I mean, like, I've definitely made some mistakes tonight. Like, I have 110% made some mistakes tonight. I mean, this is... What could you have here that would stop this? I don't think there's anything here, right? Okay. I was genuinely expecting there to be something there, but I wasn't sure what it was. So I'm glad that, okay. So just negate that. Okay. We pitched a burn up and shock. So we're going to go lightning surge, and then we're going to pitch press to reflex, and we're going to set up for the last one to try to get value here. The new D-React is a -3, would have actually been backbreaking there. Josh, I hate to break it to you, man. You may not believe this, but I don't play classes because you dislike them. I might play cards because I like them. All right, so we crash for 3. We're going to arsenal the Nimblism. We are going to save the Flourish. And we're going to go Sprout Strength, Sizzle. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to save the Nimblism. So I don't want to go to 3, but like we're also just blocking for 2 as opposed to getting 3 extra value out of this. I don't know. Why is Flourish better than Nimblism? It's not better than Nimblism. It's more narrow than Nimblism, and I would rather save Nimblism for another turn. I would rather save Nimblism for another turn. I mean, I'm hoping to get enough value out of my bracers to like make it to where I'm hoping that my bracers like allows us to like push an on-hit effect would be the idea, but you know, it doesn't always work out that way. This is a juiced fry, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, I like took 2 cards out of their deck for them to eviscerate. I think we've lost this game. Like I do not know how we win this game from here. We have played approximately like what has felt like 0 offense this game. Tried to like set up for our last like Burn Up and Shock, but I don't know that we're even going to be able to get there. This is a Reaping Blade matchup. Um, 3, 5, 7. I mean, I agree. The deck's very good. I'm gonna go back to like my point earlier. Like decks like this, I don't think have a legitimate shot at winning a tournament unless they play Zero Enigma. And like I would rather play something that has game into everything. Continues to be my point. Like these decks have a 0% chance against Enigma, and that's a matchup that like I am actively trying to actually have something to do into. I mean, yeah, like Reaping Blade would just stop them from gaining life. And like on the Enigma isn't real is a lie, Josh. Like that is just not accurate. Enigma is actually very good. They did not gain life off of this. They have gained life off both Sirens and this. So they would literally be at 8 right now. We would be at a much better position. The Arcane Polarity getting pitched is kind of nice. So he's actually just playing every 4 block in the game. Like, on the horizon, Oasis Respite, yeah. Like, yeah, see, like right here, he's about to go back to 16. Yeah, Reaping Blade would actually have pockets at 8 right now. I don't know. I've played multiple Oldham so far, and like this somehow manages to feel worse. Actually, I need to start my turn over. It's not going to matter, but actually, that's insane. We should keep that, right? Because this is 6, we can arsenal this and have nothing to reveal. Because we know that we have. It doesn't matter. We're not going to get to keep enough cards to do anything with it. Like, yeah, now we're just too low a life. Because this hand is like what we were. I mean, I didn't know that the Weave Lightning was there, but yeah, we're just going to take this and die. GG's Pockets. Well played. I sideboarded incorrectly with the wrong weapon. And this matchup, I mean, this feels worse than Oldham. Like, I have lost to 1 Oldham in 3 games. And this was a slaughtering. I mean, I don't even know where to begin to beat this. Actually, I do. We're going to start with Reaping Blade next time we play it. I don't hate Block Slop. I actually like that Block Slop exists because there's a lot of stuff it keeps in check. I actually really like that decks like this exist. We have to figure out how to beat it. We have to figure out how to beat it. Because I'm not going, I'm at a point where I refuse to play this deck because there will be people playing like Dromai and people playing Enigma at San Diego. And I don't want to sit down with an unwinnable matchup. And like, this is the first matchup all night that has felt like it was truly unwinnable. I think that Briar actually, I mean, like, according to Fablazing, Briar's worst matchup is Oldham, and it's a 40% win rate. So like, it can beat it. it's not unwinnable, guys. Like I promise you, it is doable. What the fuck is going on with the YouTube encoder tonight? Okay, I don't know what's going on with YouTube tonight. All right, so we're gonna play one more after this because I just want to play one more. We did lose. This game felt awful. Op was at 16 when it ended. Need Reaping Blade to stop life gain. Okay, we're gonna try one more before we call it a stream tonight. Even though the games have not gone well tonight, I do feel like I've learned a lot, and that's important. But this has been a very discouraging. I mean, we've lost like 5 games in a row, I'm pretty sure. Like, we've lost like 5 games in a row, I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't take the Blazing Data too seriously, especially when looking at the popular decks. I mean, like, if you're not going to, so I hear this argument a lot, and I'm going to give you the other side of that because I would like to encourage you all to think about the data differently. Everybody always says you shouldn't like look at the Blazing data. It's all Talishar data. It doesn't matter. Like, and I hear this argument all the time, and I don't think that's entirely accurate. If you're not going to take the data from games played on Talishar, whether they are good games or bad games, like I don't know what you're like. Then I don't buy into that. I don't subscribe to that. The data exists. I like to use it. I'm not saying it's like the Bible and like, you know, I take it with me everywhere I go or anything, but I think saying that we should not look at the data, I think is actually just like a very bad take. I don't think that's accurate. We do not want Razor. We don't want Arcane Polarity, Sigils, and Second Strikes probably. I don't know. And to go back to Nathaniel, what you said, a good Oldhim player is not losing to Briar. I think that's an extremely narrow-minded way to think about this. I definitely think you can win the game as Briar. There are a lot of Oldhim players who are getting bad reps against Briar, and I know that like the same goes for the other side of the coin. But like, I don't know. You guys seem to be writing a lot of things off tonight, and I don't really understand why. It feels like it's coming from like either a very pessimistic point of view or like a very narrow-minded point of view, and I don't really like. I would be interested to like get DMs from you all and like understand better like what you're trying to say, because I just don't think that like you can't say Oldham's not going to lose this matchup. Like, I understand that like not every Oldhim online is great, but like if 40% of Briars are winning it, that is a good thing. Like Victor's win rate into like Gravy Bones on Talishar is like 20%. And like that speaks more to me than a lot of things. Being higher life here is really not great, unfortunately. It's tax season, that's why we're writing things off. So Sizzle, pitch Scar for Scar to this. Arcanic Shockwave fused with Burn Up and Shock. Arsenal is probably fine. And like, guys, by the way, like when we have these conversations, I'm not like encouraging you all to not like say like not share with like I want you guys to continue to share. I just like this is something that the card game community does a lot that I won't lie, it frustrates me because you all say like somebody will say, and I'm not referring to you all in general, but I'm saying like you guys will be like, oh, this can't be won. And it's like, that's not true. Like it can be won. And the only reason that I will tell you that Gravy Bones is such a bad matchup for Victor when I talk about it is because I have played about 100 to 150 games into it against like friends and like people that I know are good. So I take that over anything else. I'm just saying that right now in this exploratory phase, if you feel that you personally have a good matchup, it probably is. I mean, so this exploratory phase that you're referring to has been going on for 3 to 4 days. The Talishar data that I'm pulling against the Oldham versus Briar matchup has been over the last like 3 months worth of cards and data and information that we have from Talishar, and it says it's 40%. So like, is it probably a little bit lower than 40%? Sure. I don't know. Like, if the data will be more skewed 2 weeks from now than it is right now, I guess is like kind of like what I'm getting at. Sage, because they do go quick. The matchup of Briar and Oldham is more like you have to go crazy hands to get through it. I mean, sure, it's definitely one of those worlds where like we are fighting an uphill battle as Briar. Like it is probably like I think Oldham is one of the worst matchups that we have in the format. Like 100%. Could not agree with that more. I just hate that teams can keep data from going into it. Do you mean like when people are playing like private matches? Shane, is that what you mean? Terra's really bad? Why is Terra really bad? I mean, Paul, I will admit, I feel like my mood has drastically went down since the double reduced to rune chant incident. Maybe that's where it's all coming from. What are we looking to do? Scar for a Scar is not turned on. Like, we really get one thing with Go Again here, it feels like. His hand is not great. So I think we're just gonna run these both out. Oh, actually, I don't hate that idea, Holden. I don't hate that idea. So we get to play both, and then I can target myself. That's actually a really good line. I did not realize any target. It is any target. Now Scar for Scar is online. So now Scar for Scar is online. We're going to play Arcane Seeds in Life, throw Snatch, and then end on Entwine Lightning. Yeah, good call, Holden. Good call, buddy. Oh, you mean that you don't like that people can turn off the data? Like you wish that people weren't able to like turn off the data that they're seeing? That like you wish all of the games made it into for blazing for like research no matter what? Yo, what's up, Dodge? My man said, just coming by. I've been watching for 2 hours, reorganizing all my cards. I mean, I gotta admit, dude, that is so valid. Like, I had to put together all my cards that I need and message Himmel today. I think I like the idea of throwing Snatch here. Like, I get that we get a lot of value out of it at the end of the turn. But if I can force 2 cards out of our opponent's hand here by them, like wanting to keep their cards, then I think that's not bad. Yo, did I miss Colby's Prime sub? Oh my god, dude, I'm so sorry. Colby, first off, thank you so much for your Prime sub, Colby. I appreciate that. I'm terribly sorry that I missed it. And then on top of that, thank you so much for the 5 gifted, brother. I really appreciate that as well. I do my best to hit like every follow, every like, you know, sub, things like that. So I'm very sorry that I missed that. Thank you so much, Colby. I really appreciate it, buddy. It means a lot. I would love a rank system in Talishar. I mean, I know why they don't do it. What is this? Ooh, okay. So now we have to throw the Snatch next because we need to draw something with Go again. Will you read off my unfollow? Yo, Holden, that's cold, dude. I mean, we're so close to 1,000 followers on Twitch. That's crazy, dog. I know why they don't do a rank system on Talishar. It's because it's just designed for testing, and they have to like adhere to that pretty closely. So like, I get why they don't do it. Like, I wish they would too, so that we could test more competitively. But I get it. Yo, let's go, Bringe, gifting out a sub as well. Yo, Bringe, thank you so much for gifting a sub, brother. I appreciate that. Means a bunch. Thank you. Separate data from casual games and competitive games, and I think that would be fine. I mean, so like I understand like the idea behind why we want that. I don't know. Like, I think Talishar has always expressed that like they feel like that's a slippery slope to go down. If we get hit with another inertia trap, it's going to feel bad. But I think 10 and 1 arcane is correct here. So I will say that like I kind of like, I know why people don't like that you can turn off the data, but I get why they have it set up that way. Because I mean, like, a lot of people feel weird about like having their information reported on in general. But like I get why that's weird. Oh, another inertia trap. We're getting blown out here. But like I don't know. Like, I have my game set to be public like at all times, I'm pretty sure. But I've always kind of felt like I understood why people want some things to be private. Like, if you have an idea or you have this like fun breakout thing that you're like trying to test, it's like I don't feel like you should be punished because you have this like fun breakout deck strategy that you are looking to try. A big statting, they would share your data from what I've seen either. I think. Oh, so they have to let you? Oh, gotcha. Okay. It causes it. Hey, what's up, Philip? Causes it to skew. I mean, I guess it does give potential to like. It does give potential for the data to be off. But I mean, I think that's part of the world we live in, right? Like, I don't think there's really. I just don't think there's really like a perfect answer. Because if other people are testing theories and trying things and trying to make decks work, then it's like it's kind of unfair to those people that you can just go and reap the rewards of the games they've played if they don't want their data sent. So I don't know. I guess like if Hamilton breaks open an idea and he doesn't want it to be shared with the world, I'm not someone to tell him no. Like, I don't know. I guess I just like, like, it's your game and as well as it is mine, and I don't think you should be able to just like reap all the rewards because you look at a website that's free data to look at. I don't know. That's kind of weird because like it feels like you should get the value out of putting your time and reps in. Okay, so like they have the option to use TTS, but again, like you're just forcing somebody to use a worse client, which means you're driving people away from using Talishar, which I think Talishar needs to be a thing because we need people online playing the game. The data thing is moot. If people want to hide their decks, they'll just go play TTS. I mean, I I don't know. Like I've never really been someone who like hides their deck or like is trying to like snipe data or like, like keep data from people. But I also don't see the issue with people being able to like turn it off if they want to. It's never really like bothered me, I guess. Is more or less my thing here. I don't know, Shane. Like I guess I kind of hear what you're saying, but like I don't think that your solution to trying to hide a deck from the rest of the community should be to now purchase another game that you have to use to play on TTS, because I'm pretty sure TTS like 10 or 20 bucks or something like that. And I don't know. I just don't think that's the answer. That Terra Blaze and Benji are coming to CC and Armory decks or Mastery packs this year. I'm assuming so. It's kind of how it feels right now, Cody. It seems like that is kind of like the way that like we're trending right now with the way things are going. All right, no more traps, please. Let's go over the top. You go to 1. This comes in for 4. Hopefully this ends the game. And you can do like 60 damage in a turn. That is terrifying. That is terrifying to hear. I mean, and at the end of the day, like if you don't like the data, like if you like your data being sent to Fablazing, like then leave it turned on. If you don't like it, then I guess turn it off. I don't know. Like I guess I'm just I don't know. I don't know. I guess like I've never done this or been a part of something like this, but I guess that like my like if I find out that a deck, like a card in this Briar deck, for example, is really, really good over the weekend and nobody else is playing it, I'm not seeing it anywhere, and I want to be able to keep that, it's like, why would I not be able to, like, why should I not be able to, like, still test that online? Because it's like, I may not have someone to play on paper with. And I may not own TTS, but this is a free client. Why should I not be able to like test my deck with my friends privately without the data being sent to Fablazing? I don't know. I guess I just don't think it's a bad thing. But either way, we can agree to disagree, Shane. I like Fablazing, and people turning it off makes me not trust the data, which makes me not use it as often. I mean, I do hate that, to be honest, Shane. Like that is unfortunate. Because I do really like Fablazing. I use Fablazing like all the time, way more than I should. I'm constantly looking to see if people are playing new Victor cards. I'm constantly on my cope for Victor. But yeah, so no, I mean, I get it. I understand. I think it's just one of those times that unfortunately we just kind of agree to disagree here, which it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, most of the time, I don't think that having your deck hidden would be like it. So like, let's say tomorrow that Talishar made it to where all the data was going to be sent and we couldn't stop it in any way. I don't think that would really affect a lot of people. Because like one, I think a lot of people don't even use Fablazing like as much as they should. And then I think that a lot of people already know the cards exist and might already be testing it, or they might already have something. So I don't know. Like anyway. Is data corruption from people turning off data any worse than teams cracking a deck, then setting up an auto concede bots to tank the data win rate to keep it a secret? Now that I think frustrates me more than anything. Josh, I know you disagree with me, dog. It's our relationship, brother. It's our relationship. Private games should be private. Public games should be sent. I kind of thought that's how it was. Oh, you got me a Victor Sage list? Do you think if I swap swap 5 for Syndra or Dash for Max in the precons, they would still be functional decks? So Damien, I think is how you pronounce your name. I hope I got that right. If I didn't, I apologize. Are you asking that if you take the Syndra or the 5 precon deck and put Syndra in, like slot Syndra in, are you asking if I think that would still work? Is that your question? I want to make sure I understand. Dash has to stay Dash. I mean, I guess it would be like functional, right? Like you could still do it, but yeah, no, it would probably be pretty bad if I had to guess. If I had to guess, like probably both of them need to stay the hero they are, right? Probably. If I had to guess. Yo, Sophistafunk, let's go. 3 months of Prime support. Thank you so much for the 3 months over on Twitch. I appreciate that, Funk. Appreciate that. Their function with the correct hero. Have you tried Leviathan Sage or CC with the new gloves? Mocking Blow stocks going up. I've not had a chance to try it yet, Cole, but I would like to. I gotta hit the ground pretty hard. I was feeling good about the Briar deck, and then tonight's stream opened my eyes to some flaws. So we gotta hit the ground and figure out some more things. Because if we can figure out if there's a way for us to make Enigma good into these aggro decks, then probably just gonna play Enigma. But I wanted to play the Briar list tonight. I think before this, I had only lost like 4 games in like 25 or 30. Or maybe it was like 4 to 6 games is how many I had lost playing this Briar deck before. And now, tonight, we went 6-6, so my win rate came down quite a bit. But this was good testing. This was good. We know we are the problem. Yo, Nuance. It's definitely not you guys. It's definitely not you guys. I mean, we got juiced a couple times. I made some mistakes along the way. And yes, I do play worse when I'm reading chat often, but that's okay. That's part of it. That's part of the gig. That's what I sign up for. I like reading chat and talking to you guys. If I had the option to sit here in my room for 3 hours, 3 or 4 nights a week, and just play cards, as opposed to like talking to you guys, I would take playing worse and talking to you guys every time. Even when I disagree about like matchups or how people can win or lose, like how like Nuance and Nathan, like we were talking earlier, like, or Nathaniel, sorry, you may not like Nathan, sorry, you may like prefer Nathaniel, my bad. Nathaniel, if you're still here. So yeah, I mean, I like those, even the disagreements are good conversations because they bring out like the community aspect of like, let's talk about it. Let's figure out why we disagree and work through it together. I think you need to play Oldhim. Jonathan, I want to play Oldhim so bad. But it loses to Enigma. It just loses to Enigma, right? And that's just not good. Plus, I feel like Block Slop might be better as Olympia right now, right? Like the Olympia Block Slop deck is probably just better right now because it got all of the new Unity pieces. Briar loses to Enigma too? I have yet to lose to Enigma playing Briar. Do you care to DM me about that, Jonathan? Like, honestly, like on Discord, do you care to like shoot me a DM? And like, let's talk about that, because I'm curious to know if you're going to play Block Slop, play Dory over Olympia. I mean, I guess they're the same thing. Like, you're not playing anything that gives Go again, right? I mean, I guess you could play something that gives Go again, because you have all of the same things. All right, let's take a look at Dub's. Oh, it's gonna open on a separate link. Hang on, I'm gonna open it up over here and look at it really quick. I like the sirens. I mean, I will say I understand why you're saying it's not just Block Slop, but this is Block Slop. Like, right? Like this is Block Slop. Like, it's sad, but this is the Block Slop world we live in. Why unmovable over staunch? I guess is like one of my big questions. Why unmovable over staunch? Oh, refraction bolters could actually be juiced. Boros mentioned. Yo, if you're talking about Boros, when you say Boros, you mean like red-white? Dog. I'll go get my favorite Magic deck right now and show it to you. Like, Boros is my favorite color scheme. It's my favorite 2-color scheme. My favorite 3-color scheme is Jeskai. Say Block Slop 7 times fast. Block Slop, Block Slop, Block Slop, Block Slop, Block Slop, Block Slop, Block Slop. I feel like I started fucking that up on like the second one. I feel like I just started messing that up on the second one. All right, guys, we are going to cut the stream off. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight and being here. I appreciate you guys chilling. I just had a stroke. Video, first off, tomorrow is the world premiere. You should watch that. After you watch the world premiere, I have a video tomorrow coming out explaining how tiebreakers work in Flesh and Blood. So if you are new to the game, if you are trying to learn and you are interested more about, you know, like how tiebreakers work and how it could matter at tournaments for you, check that out. I have examples. It's a really cool video. It's about 10 minutes long, not crazy or anything. But yeah, make sure you check that out. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Have a good night, and I will see you guys next week. Take it easy, guys.